Shri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 4, Sai Baba's First Advent in Shirdi, Mission of the Saints, Shirdi, a Holy Tirth, Personality of Sai Baba, Dictum of Gaulibua, Appearance of Vitthal, Shikhar Sagar Story, Das Ganu's Bath in Prayag, Immaculate Conception of Sai Baba and his First Advent in Shirdi, Three Vadas. In the last chapter, I described the circumstances which led me to write Sai Satcharita. Let me now describe the first advent of Sai Baba in Shirdi. Mission of the Saints. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 7 is to 8, that whenever there is a decay of dharma, righteousness, and an ascendancy of unrighteousness, I manifest myself for the protection of the virtuous and the destruction of the vicious, and for the establishment of righteousness. I manifest myself age after age. This is the mission of the Lord, and the sages and saints who are his representatives and who appear at appropriate times and work in their own way to fulfill that mission. For instance, when the twice born, that is, the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas, neglect their duties, and when the Shudras try to usurp the duties of other classes, when spiritual preceptors are not respected but humiliated, when nobody cares for religious instructions, when everybody thinks himself very learned, when people begin to partake of forbidden foods and intoxicating drinks, when under the cloak of religion people indulge in malpractices, when people belonging to different sects fight amongst themselves, when Brahmins fail to do Sandhya adoration and the Orthodox leave their religious practices, when yogis neglect their meditation, when people begin to think that wealth, progeny, wife are the sole concern and thus turn away from the true path of salvation, then saints appear and try to set matters right by their words and action. They serve us as beacon lights and show us the path and the right way for us to follow. In this way, many saints Nivruti, Dhyanadev, Muktabai, Namdev, Gora, Gonai, Ekanath, Tukaram, Narhari, Narsibhai, Sajan Kasai, Savata, Ramdas, and various others did appear at various times to show the right path to the people, and so the present advent came as Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi. Shirdi, a holy tirth. The banks of the Godavari river in the Ahmednagar district are very fortunate, for they gave birth and refuge to many a saint, prominent amongst them being Dhyaneshwar. Shirdi also falls in the Kopargaon taluka of the Ahmednagar district. After crossing the Godavari river at Kopargaon, one gets on way to Shirdi. When you go 3 course 9 miles, you come to Neemgaon, from where Shirdi is visible. Shirdi is a famous and well known as other holy places like Gangapur, Nrsimhawadi, or Mudambar on the banks of Krishna river. As the devotee Damoji flourished and blessed Mangalvedha near Pandharpur, as Samarth Ramdas at Sajangad, as Shri Nrisimha Saraswati at Saraswati Wadi. So Sainath flourished at Shirdi and blessed it. Personality of Sai Baba. It is on account of Sri Sai Baba that Shirdi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of personage Sai Baba was. He conquered this sansar, worldly existence, which is very difficult and hard to cross. Peace or mental claim was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of Vaishnav devotees, most generous like Karna. Among all the quintessence of all essence, he had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self realization, which was his sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or the world beyond. His antarang heart was as clear as a mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor people were the same to him. He neither knew nor cared for honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely and mixed with all people, watched the acting and dance of nautch girls, and heard ghazal songs. Still, he swerved not an inch from samadhi, mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips. While the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His inner self was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, nor his actions could be definitely determined. And though he lived in one place, he knew all the transactions of the world. His darbar was imposing. He told hundreds of stories daily. Still, he swerved not an inch from his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall of the masjid or walked morning, noon, and evening towards Lendi, Nala, and Chawadi. Still, he at all times abided in the self. Though a siddha, he acted like a sadhaka. He was meek, humble, and egoless, and pleased all. Such was Sai Baba, and as the soil of Shirdi was trodden by Sai Baba's feet, it attained extraordinary importance. As Dhyaneshwar elevated Alandi Ekanath did to Paithan, so Sai Baba raised Shirdi. Blessed are the grass leaves and stones of Shirdi, for they could kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and take his dust on his heads. Shirdi became to us devotees another Pandharpur, Jagannath, Dwarka, Banaras, Kashi, and Rameshwar, Badrinath, Nasik, Triambakeshwar, Ujjain, and Mahakaleshwar or Mahabaleshwar Gokarn. Contact of Sai Baba in Shirdi was like our study of Veda and Tantra. It quietened our sansar, world consciousness, and rendered self realization. The darshan of Sri Sai was our yoga sadhana, and talk with him removed our sins. Shampooing his legs was our bath in Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water of his feet destroyed our sins. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting, eating his udi, sacred ashes, and prasad was all purifying. He was our Sri Krishna and Sri Ram, who gave us solace, and he was our Para Brahma, absolute reality. He was himself beyond the pair of dvandas, opposites, never dejected or elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence, knowledge, and bliss. Shirdi was his center, but his field of action extended far beyond to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Dhaka, now in Bangladesh and Konkan. Thus, the fame of Sai Baba spread far and wide, and people from all parts came to take his darshan and be blessed. By mere darshan, minds of people, whether pure or impure, would become quiet at once. They got here the same unparalleled joy that devotees get at Pandharpur by seeing Vitthal Rakumbai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee says in this respect. Shri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 4